born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad to have you with me this morning. We're at Forex Smart Trade. Our goal is to help you become a successful currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our simple but highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we do that with personalized one-on-one instruction. And this is one of the ways we deliver the one-on-one instruction by showing you how a successful trader executes a trade so that you can have confidence that it works and that you can copy the skill that does it. So with that, let's jump right in. We need to first listen to this guy and we will get going on our analysis.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trade sessions. I do 3 a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning at this time, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. Also do one on Monday afternoon at 3:30. Every day around 4:15, I send out an overnight trade setup. It's kind of my last trade of the day or my first trade of the new day off of the overnight signal. Last night I forgot to send it out. I didn't forget to send it out. I did it. I teed it up, but the system that sends it has like a kind of a triple confirmation where you click send and it asks you to click again to make sure you really wanted to send it. And for whatever reason, I got distracted and didn't hit the confirmation send. And I didn't notice that till this morning when I sat down in front of my computer again and saw, hey, well, why is this still here? Lucky for us that there was no good trade setup last night, so we didn't miss anything. But when you become a regular member, we have a trade setup. Do a live trade every morning at 10 a.m., most evenings at 10 p.m. We've got some trades at 6 p.m. But one of the keys to our ability to create successful traders is that when you sign up with us, we are committed to working with you for a year. And once we've trained you, we're so certain of our ability to make you successful that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money. So we're there, we're acting as your safety net, we're giving you the feedback that you need to be able to stay, continue to get better. And we've got advanced training every Wednesday night, and then we get back to the basics every Saturday morning, where we are just continually going over, reviewing the various trade strategies and taking questions so that you can get better. I like to work off of a checklist. Helps keep me focused. Every day, I like to restart the green charts. It clears up the memory, has it operate faster. In fact, not only do I do it for green charts, but like every third day, I reboot the computer just to clear out the memory so that it operates better, and also picks up any updates. Good habit, not just for trading, but just a life skill, is to do a mental review of the activities of the day to look for things that you might have been able to do better. And on trading, it's trades that didn't go your way. Why didn't it go that way, the way you expected? And one of the very nice things about our indicators is it's got the simulator on it that you can go back to that specific time and figure out or take a look at exactly what you were looking at and try to identify what was it here that why did I take the trade and why didn't the trade go my way? And again, when you're working with us, you've got the ability to come back to me or whoever your coach was, and if you can't figure it out, I can take a look and say, see if there's any flaws in your game and give that correction. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. And our indicators are simple, but very good at predicting the direction that the market's going to move in. And if we can identify that, we can make some money. However, news does impact currency prices. So we want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. One of the best places to find out what that news is Forex Factory. ForexFactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. We don't worry about those. Orange, which is medium impact. I generally don't worry about those, but you can, depending on your sensitivity toward things. And red, which is high impact. And these are guys I want to trade around. And this morning we've got a couple news announcements. 8:15 on refinancing rates on the euro. At 8:30 on the USD, we've got unemployment claims, and then 8:45, they're going to talk about what they released at 8:15. And then at 10 a.m., Fed Chairman Powell testifies to Congress. Unemployment claims, that number's already known, and people who are connected will start getting access to it now. So usually 2 hours beforehand, I don't like to trade on a news item like this. So we will not trade the USD this morning or the euro. So that's going to limit what we've got availability to. And Fed Chairman Powell is going to testify probably that they'll be reducing interest rates later this year. This one's harder because what he's going to say isn't specifically what he's going to say. There's less people who have access to that information. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we've got. The trade I'm going to do this morning, we've got a dozen different signals. So when we train people, we train around your availability to trade and your risk preferences, and we'll customize a trade plan that matches those. This one suits me and the way I like to trade. It's called the 10-point trade signal. I like to take it off of a 1 hour chart, but you can take it off of a 30-minute chart, a 2 hour chart, a 4 hour chart. I like to be halfway into the chart before taking the trade. On a 1 hour chart, support and resistance tends to be about 40 pips, 30, 40 pips. So the trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, depending on where we are within the channel. My sweet spot is to carve out 11 pips, and if I can do that 3 times a day, I am doing very well. And normally on a 1 hour chart, a trade's going to close within 1 to 3 hours. So those are my targets. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in. The chart I'm going to be trading off of this morning is what our Light 6 Major, which is one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs. They're all this first chart's all U.S. based. And when I start, I take a look at this middle section, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So when the market's overbought, that means there's an opportunity for a sell, that it's going to go down. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the market's oversold, that is an opportunity to buy. And specifically what I'm looking at is when we are overbought, I want all of these lines pointed down and crossed. We don't have that here. We have got, we're overbought. Minors are coming down. Majors are sideways. Now, interesting thing you can see here is we are overbought. I generally will not take a buy trade when we are overbought, but you can see this is a situation we were overbought, and you could have gotten 30 pips overbought. I don't take it because I don't want to get caught when we're overbought and having a buy position and it turning. But can you make 10 pips when it's overbought? Yes, you can, and here you can see that. Euro USD, we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. They're in the middle of the channel, and there's not agreement, so we're going to pass. Pound USD, overbought, minors coming down, majors are sideways. Again, I want all the lines coming down. If I can get agreement, basically this trade, what it tries to do is get lines from all 3 sections in agreement. And if I can get lines from all 3 sections in agreement, that is a high probability trade. So if I've got the patience to wait for that signal, I can make some money. Dollar, Canadian dollar, overbought, oversold, minors going up, majors sideways. So we're kind of seeing sideways on a lot of these. Dollar, Swiss franc, oversold. Again, here's another situation. Oversold. It was oversold here, and it's been going down, where you would have gotten more than 11 pips here. In fact, we've got a setup. For a when we get to 5 minutes left in the hour. This is a different signal than we're trading off of now, where the thick orange line is at 0. It's been at 0 for the last 2 hours. The thick orange line is a scaled line. So when it's at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the move. Now you can see it was at 0 here, and there was still a lot of down in the move. Second hour, it's at 0. And the red line is significantly below. The red line is below the red line on the major indicator is below the red line, horizontal red line. This is a trade that's worth 5 pips, but we'll come back to that. I'm going to write it down right now so that we remember to come back to it. USD. You know what? We got news on this, so we're not going to take this guy this morning. But this is a signal to take at the top of the hour. But because of the news event, we're going to pass. Dollar yen oversold. Everybody's going down, so it's not ready yet. So I've cloned this chart, and we've got 6 other currency pairs. Euro pound oversold, Minors coming up. Majors are sideways. Red line is going down, green line's going up. I want all the lines going up, so I don't have that here. Australian dollar or yen, we're 3/4 of the way through the channel. Majors are sideways, minors coming down, so we don't have agreement. Euro, Canadian dollar oversold, majors coming down, minors sideways, so we don't have agreement. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar overbought, minors coming down. Majors, both lines are coming down, but there's one third element that I'm looking for, which is the double cross, where here the black line's crossed over the gray. I want the red line crossed over the green line, so I don't have that here yet. Other thing about Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, when I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart, I want one of these to be daytime, and both of these are nighttime. It's evening in New Zealand now and Australia. So now when I'm trading off of a day chart, I don't care. But on a 1-hour chart, I'm looking for the move to happen in the next 1 hour. I want it to be active trading at least one of these markets. Pound yen. We've got disagreement between the majors and minors. Euro, Australian dollar oversold. Minors coming up, majors sideways. So let's keep going. Canadian dollar, yen oversold, minors coming down, so we got nothing there. Euro, New Zealand dollar oversold, minors going up, majors going down, so nothing there. Pound, New Zealand dollar. Everybody's kind of sideways here. New Zealand dollar, yen, we've got disagreement between the majors and the minors. New Zealand dollar, USD overbought. Minors coming down, majors are sideways. Red line's horizontal here. Euro, Swiss franc oversold. Everybody's going down. And again, here's a situation where you would have easily gotten 11 pips, but my trade plan doesn't, you got 21 pips over 2 hours. My trade plan is I don't take a sell when we're oversold. But can you? Yes, you can. And your trade plan, you may feel comfortable that when you see A, B, and C, that's a good trade for me. All right, here is our fourth chart. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Overbought, minors coming down, majors starting to come down, but I don't have the double cross on the majors. Swiss franc, yen, oversold, everybody's going up, and I have the double cross. The green line is on top of the red line, and the gray line is on top of the black line, so that's 3 points here. I don't mind that the minors have run all the way through the channel and are basically overbought. I'm interested on where the green line is. The green line is just past the halfway mark. I generally won't take a trade when we're past the green line's past the halfway mark, but we'll consider it here because we want to see if we can get a trade. I like the steepness on the green line. It's greater than 45 degrees. So 3 points here, plus we've got nice steepness here. When that happens, I look at what is going on with the lines here, and I want 3 of the lines to agree with what I'm seeing here. So here we've got the thin orange going up, telling me buy. Thick orange is maxed out sideways, so this doesn't count as a point. I want this line going up. Thick blue is coming down. When blue comes down, that means buy. So thin orange is telling me buy, thick blue is telling me buy, but dotted blue is telling me sell, and the thick orange is telling me no. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want minimum of 3. On the pressure, I've got down pressure, but it's weak down pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines, and that there's a gap here. There's a gap between the lines. The closer the lines are, the steeper the slope, the stronger the signal. But I do have the green line on top, and it's pulling away from the red line. Starting, it's almost horizontal here. But the green line on top gives me a point. So I've got 1 point here, 3 points here, and only 2 points here. Just for the heck of it, I want to see what if I had all 7 points, 3 points here, 3 points here, and a point here, or at least 1 point here, I would confirm this, and I would confirm it by taking a look at what the 2 and the 4 hour are doing. And to do the 2 and the 4 hour, CHFJPY, I open up a chart that has just one currency pair on it, but different time periods. And basically what I'm looking for is I want the 2 hour to be oversold, which it is. It doesn't have to be going up, but it is. This is a plus. This is actually a good trade signal by itself. And the 4 hour to be oversold and going up. So we have both of these. So I've got the confirmation I'm looking for. Once I have the confirmation, then I am interested in what's the trade worth. This trade is a trade that requires us to figure out how much to take. On many of our trades, it's predetermined. If you see A and B, it's worth 3 pips or 5 pips. In this case, I need to figure it out. So let's go and see if we can figure it out. CHF, JPY. You can see there was a big down move on the yen. So one, I want to know what the trend is. So here we're trading into a downtrend. And when I'm trading against the trend, I am going to take less pips than when I'm trading with the trend. And then I want to drop in some support and resistance, and that's going to become create the limits of where I trade within. So by crunching up the chart, I can create support and resistance by looking at spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And I don't have many spots here because it hasn't traded down this far in a while. Oh, here we go. So here we're touching. So let's drop in another line. It's kind of stopping in here. Seemed to stop in here. And let's drop in one more just for the heck of it. These tend to be on a 1 hour chart, 30 or 40 pips apart. With the yen, it's going to probably be a little less than that. So it seems to stop in here a little bit, stop in here, stop in here and here. So let's open this back up so we can see it a little bit better. All right, so even though we have the buy signal, I don't want to take a buy here because we're bouncing. We're right below this resistance line. I I don't want to take a trade where I've got to trade through one of these lines on this strategy. So my next move would be to figure out how much room we have. Oops. How much room we have to the line, but you can see it's only like a pip or two. Yeah, it's a half a pip. So because we're sitting right up against this line, I'm going to pass on the trade. I want us to be in this channel. I want it to close somewhere where we're in here to take the buy trade. So let's keep going and see if we see anything else. So this was what we saw here. Euro, pound, oversold going down. Pound, Australian dollar, we've got disagreement. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. Everybody's coming down. This is almost the reverse of what we're seeing here. We're a little bit more than halfway. So we've got 3 points here. Overbought, everybody's coming down, double cross, great steepness on the green line. It's just past the halfway point, the green line. 2 orange lines coming down. So 2 points there, thick blue going up. So I've got 3 of the 4. I have got sideways pressure with red on top. So again, another good setup. So let's take a look at NZD, CHF, sell. So again, we want to confirm it. And I'm going to confirm it with NZD, CHF. And it's not. Let's refresh it. NZD, CHF. My confirmation is that if this is overbought, that the 2 hour is overbought, it is, and it's going down. It doesn't have to be going down. Overbought and going down. So I've got the confirmation on both of these, and actually both of these are good signals to trade off of. So let us see what it's worth. And to see what it's worth, I'm going to go to a clean chart. And NZD, CHF. We're going to try to figure out what the trend is here. So it's an uptrend. We're trading against the trend. Let's put in our support and resistance and see what we've got. So I'm going to crunch it up so I can get more data points to draw this line against. So it's stopping in here, stopped in here. Seems to stop in here, stop in here, stop in here, stop here, over here, here. So 0.54, 0 to 0.542. So that's 24 pips. All right, and let's open it up so we can see it a little bit better. And I want to know how much room I have till we hit this line. So we got 14 pips, or actually a little less than 14 pips. 13 pips up. 9 pips, 13 pips down. Wow, it keeps moving while we're talking here. Let's take a look one more time at the chart. Let's go ahead and take a sell on the NZD CHF. You can do that in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader. First, I've got to open up the chart. So file, new chart. NZD CHF is going to be in this third category. NZD CHF. We've got about 7 points as the spread. This account is a demo account. It's got 11,000 in it. I am going to click new order. My lot size is going to be a function of how much is in the account. I'm going to go to move this decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1.11, 1.11. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. I'm going to take double it since this is the only trade we're going to be taking. So 2.2. I'm going to click market sell. It's recorded the sell here. I'm going to right click, go to modify. And let's just go back here for 1 second to take a look at oops, sorry. I wanted to look at all right, so I still like it. The question is, how many pips are we going to take? I'm going to take 13 pips. 13 pips. It's a little bit, I don't want to go all the way to the line because we're trading against the trend. So we're going to take, actually, you know what? We're going to take 12 pips. We're going to take 12 pips. So 12 pips. If I put 12 in here and then add an extra 0, it converts pips to points. Click the little blue button. It does the math for me. And we'll use a 3-to-1. So that's 36. Add the 0. Click the little red button. Does the math for me. Click modify. And we can see here's our stop loss. Here's our take profit, and I'm going to expect this trade to close in the next 3 hours. So we took a sell on the NZD Swiss franc. So even though it's nighttime in New Zealand, there's still 4 hours left in Switzerland. It's Switzerland is 7 hours. So 7 hours puts us at 2. So there's 2-3 hours left. So we should get this before the end of the trading day in Switzerland. So we took a take profit of 0.54070, 0.54070, and a stop loss of 0.54551. So sell on the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc with a take profit of 0.54070, and a stop loss of 0.54551. If you'd like to learn how to trade, we can teach you. Best way to learn anything is find somebody who's good at it and get them to show you what they're doing. That's exactly what we do, and we're so confident in how well we do it that we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. Have a great weekend. Honor to have you here. We will see you. Check me out this afternoon for the overnight trade, and we'll see you again on Monday afternoon for the afternoon live trade. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.